Hello, a very good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel Spiritual Territory. Today I am going to speak about the entanglements of our lives, like how we are entangled in this material world uh, due to the effect of the illusionary energy of the God, the entanglement in the jugglery of the Maya, and what is the and how the fear of Maya uh, plays the role in our life, and what is the role of the fear towards the Maya in the life of a spiritual aspirant, and similarly, what is the fear of uh, the fear of attachments, the fear of losing attachments in the lives of the materialistic people. So both of these are diametrically opposite. So I will be going to speak upon this deeply in this video. Kindly pay attention and watch the video to the end. So uh, the fear of Maya, is actually very healthy, and this is a positive fear. And this kind of fear actually keeps us in the discipline, because if we don't have the fear about the Maya, these kind of attachments, the fear of the entanglements, then definitely we will keep on getting entangled. Actually, we can see that uh, the current society educates everybody to become more entangled, because our education system is totally based upon that we should nicely study, get the job, earn the money, make a make a good savings, and then with that money we should procreate, we should give birth to children, and then so on. The process of the entanglement goes on and on. So like that, the current education society is completely based upon the entanglement. It is it it uh, it educates the youth to how we should become more entangled, we uh, how should we become uh, how should we means they are using all the technology and all the resources that the current society is holding, the current society is having, just uh, uh, to increase the attachments, to increase or to nourish the uh, entanglements only, to nourish the bondage, to nourish the material existence. I mean, this existence of fear and all the pain and anguish and all the misery and all the distress and suffering. So therefore, this current society is just educating the public to become more entangled in this age of Kali Yuga. So in this way, if you don't have the fear about Maya, then definitely you will become the victim of the current society. That you will also you will also follow the education system, which prepares you to become more entangled. So therefore, be aware. You should raise your awareness, and you should develop a fear towards this kind of you should develop fear towards the Maya. You should have some fear about the Maya. Then only you can you will have the seriousness to progress faster in the path of spirituality. Otherwise, there are a lot of chances to fall down in the spiritual path. So therefore, you should have the fear of Maya. And then comes the fear of attachments. In the material world, the materialistic person also have the fear, and he has the fear about losing the relationships. He always have the fear about losing his wife, his children, his family members, his relationships, his neighbors, and everything, because the the whole life of a materialistic person is dependent upon the validations of others only. He is completely dependent upon the validation of what the society thinks upon him, or if he fails to satisfy the society, then he will have the fear that my desires will not be fulfilled, my requirements, my needs will not be fulfilled. So therefore, the materialistic person is constantly uh, he is always he's constant he is continuously he remains in fear. So therefore, the life of a materialistic person goes in this kind of negative fear, and this fear is the product of ignorance. In the Vedas, there it has been said that the fear is the product of ignorance. So the fear is the product of ignorance means this kind of fear is the product of ignorance. So everything in this material world is divided into within the three modes of material nature. The means this fear which we are having to about losing the relations, about losing our attachments. So this fear is the byproduct of the ignorance, the mode of ignorance. When we are situated in the mode of ignorance, then definitely this kind of fear will repeatedly come inside us, and then we cannot survive safely and we cannot survive properly in this material world. So therefore this fear is not a healthy fear. This fear is can be denoted as a this fear can be this fear can be known as a this is one kind of disease of the mundane material existence. So we should not have that kind of fear. So this kind of fear, it has been said that uh, that the repeatedly listening about Bhagavatam, the tales, the divine tales of the God, the holy pastimes of the God, then definitely this mundane fear will go away. Therefore, there it has been said that Shantakaram Bhujagashanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yoga Vidyarnagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhava Bhaya Haram. So repeatedly listening about the divine tales of the Vishnu, that will only remove all kinds of the negative fears about the material existence in this material world. So therefore this fear is not a good fear about losing the relations or losing something that is actually the cause for your for all the distress in your life. So what will happen? Nothing will happen if we lose any relations. It is actually, I have also experimented, I have done the experiment upon this, that is it really so painful to live alone. But actually when I have experimented this in the year of I almost in about 5 to 6 years ago, when my uh, when my when my higher secondary got completed. At that time, uh, for almost 6 months, in the duration of 6 months before the starting of the new academic session, uh, I have done this experiment that I have kept all the social media apart. Means I have not used the mobile phone for a long time, and then I have practiced the strict celibacy. So, and I have I was just listening to the offline speeches of the about the Bhagavatam and all. So then I saw that it is not so hard to live alone. It is not so hard to live in isolation. It, why this isolation feels so negative? Why one fear is arises inside us? Because the society makes us feel like that. The society, when you are in the center of the society, then only this kind of feeling comes, this kind of fear comes, that array I became alone. What will happen to me? So actually this kind of fear doesn't exist at all. In reality, every person have that potency to stay alone, because God is always there with us. So therefore when you are attached to that supreme energy, that superior energy, then definitely you can also survive alone, because every living entity is surviving alone. Why the human beings only need the constant company? There is no need of any kind of company. You can also stay alone, you can also survive alone, but only this society makes you feel like that too, that if you are not having any company, if you are not having friends, then you are useless or you cannot stay. There is no chance for your survival. So like this kind of feelings are are imported inside you from the side of the society. This kind of feelings are dumped inside your mind from the side of the society. Otherwise this kind of fear doesn't exist in this material world. If you are uh, if you are truly the if you are truly the devotee of the Supreme Lord Krishna, if you are a true devotee, if you are true spiritualist, then there will be no this kind of fear will be not there in your life. Because in Bhagavatam it is said that Krishna Surya Saman Mayara Andakar यहाँ कृष्ण तहाँ नहीं माया राधिका. Where there is Krishna, there is no fear. There is no chance for the Maya. And where there is no Maya, there will be no chance for any kind of fear. So therefore, you should try to always be aware. Notice that you should have the healthy fear. You should have the positive fear, which will always keep you in the discipline. The fear of Maya will always keep you in discipline, and similarly, the fear of the material existence, the fear of losing the material attachments, the material relationships will always keep you in the distress. Will always try to make your life will always try to make your life in a will always try to put your life always in a pain and anguish, and uh, all kinds of dangers and risks. So therefore, always try to avoid this kind of fear. There is no fear in losing anything. Only you should have fear of losing Krishna. So losing Krishna and the fear of losing Krishna and the fear of being attracted towards Maya. This is only the healthy fear, and the fear of um, being separated up from the Maya is the negative fear. You should be careful about this. Thank you.